Welcome back to This Day. Joining me now from LS Carlson Law is Justin Wally. Justin, welcome. It's so nice to see you again.
Yeah, thank you for having me back.
So you'll have to rouse Luke for me and tell me, like, what, did I scare him away? But wanted to ask you, I know we probably talked about this a little bit the last time you were here, but tell us a little bit about your background and how long have you been with LS Carlson Law?
Yeah, so I grew up locally here. I grew up in Lake Forest and didn't go far. I went to college in LA at USC, and then I went to law school at the University of San Diego in San Diego, and then I moved right back here. Orange County is really my home, and I enjoyed here. My parents live close. My wife, I live in Orange County, and my parents live still in Lake Forest. And I've been with LS Carlson Law for about 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's so nice when your family's here, and now you're married and you have 2 little ones, and yeah, you definitely want to stay with your family. Plus, Orange County is like the best place.
Yeah, you can't beat it.
I've grown up here my whole life as well. I went to USC as well, and then here in South Orange County, so I didn't go very far either. Right. So tell me, when did you know that this was the field you wanted to go into? Is this something you knew, like, as a child?
Not as a child necessarily, but as I got older and we experienced some deaths in the family and people passed without an estate plan, and just going through that probate process and seeing the toll it takes on a family to have assets tied up for years at a time, and also just the expense of the court costs and attorney's fees, and how that kind of can eat away at someone's estate if not proper planning isn't done during someone's lifetime.
Okay, yeah, those moments, they'll make a big impression for sure.
Yeah.
So last time you're here, we also talked about estate planning. You're the one who does most of the estate planning for Carlson Law.
Yes, we have a team, but I'm one of the attorneys, yes.
Okay, and so today we're going to talk about how Carlson Law can make the process easy. And so what is the process of putting together a comprehensive estate plan?
The process, we make it as flexible and easy and simple and as affordable as possible. And what we start with is a complimentary consultation. So we don't charge if someone wants to come in and just tell us their story, their assets, and what their goals are for estate planning, and we can provide some preliminary recommendations based on what they're telling us. And we can do that remotely via Zoom or by phone for certain people who just have a busy schedule. They can't take time out of their day to come to the office. Or just people who have trouble getting around. We can do that remotely, and it's very simple to set up. And alternatively, if people want a more hands-on, face-to-face relationship or approach, we of course have our offices close by in Aliso Viejo that people can come on in and do a complimentary consultation. After that, usually if we have all the information we need, we can just prepare the estate plan and then send drafts or make drafts available of the entire estate plan to our client. And we will either schedule a meeting remotely or in person to go over the estate plan in detail to make sure that everything's planned out as best we can for the expected and unexpected outcomes that everyone faces in their life. And to make sure that the plan reflects our client's goals. Once we've gone over the plan, with our clients, they understand it. We'll schedule an in-person meeting. That's the only part that really necessarily needs to be done in person to sign all the documents, because some of the documents need to be witnessed, some need to be notarized, and we have in-house notaries at LS Carlson Law, so there's no additional charge there for that. But once that's done, if there's a deed for a house that needs to be transferred into a trust that we create, we will send the deed out to the county for recording, and once that's back, we'll make once we have the new deed back, we'll put everything together in a nice, tabbed binder for our clients, and we'll make it available for pickup at the office.
Okay.
That's really the process. It's very streamlined, very simple, and the only thing that sometimes extends it a little bit is if, during our consultation, our clients, we raise these issues that people have never really thought about before. Like, for example, who do my assets go to if my children predecease me? Or what happens if my child's going through a divorce? Like, how do we plan for those kind of outcomes? And sometimes that can extend it just a little bit, but that's really just, the process is as quick as our clients want it to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are all the things that need to be put together to be put in the the comprehensive estate plan?
Sure. So a typical plan will include a trust, a will, a durable power of attorney, an advanced healthcare directive, and then an assignment of all of their property into the trust. And there's some other ancillary documents that need to be prepared as well, but those are the main documents that comprise the estate plan.
Okay. And then how much does it cost?
So for all of those documents, our plans start at $2,500 for a flat rate. We do for most people where they're either single or, well, if they're in this case for the $2,500 plan, if they're single and their main asset's a home and they have some bank accounts or some other financial accounts, we do offer flat rates for those, and it includes all those documents we just discussed. We found that that's really the most cost-effective way to prepare an estate plan. So that way, if there's consultations or questions throughout the process that our clients have, they're not getting nickel and dime for each phone call and meeting. And that's a lot of people like that, and that's why we offer that flat rate.
Yeah, it definitely makes it easier when you know going into it, okay, this is what it's going to cost, this is what I need to do, and that kind of thing.
And that rate also includes the transfer of our client's primary residence into the trust.
Okay.
Yeah. So if there's any recording fees or anything like that with the county, that's included. It's same with the notary fees.
So when someone's coming in to meet with you for the first time, what types of information should they have gathered to make it quicker or to get the easiest, get everything accomplished that they need to right off the bat? Yeah,
so we do provide a questionnaire, and it's really can help, if someone completes the questionnaire prior to the initial consultation, it does make that consultation a lot more productive. And we basically just need contact information, family information, some general information about their assets, if they own a home, if they own multiple homes, if they have bank accounts. We don't need all the personal information such as like the amount or the bank account numbers or anything like that, but just some general information about their family makeup and their financial makeup.
So basically a list of all the things they have, but the next meeting or once they decide to go with you, then they can get the exact account numbers and the amounts and all that stuff. Okay, and so once someone does have a trust, when should they update it?
Well, there's certain life events that may trigger the need to update an estate plan, and those include something like, a marriage, divorce, death of a spouse, relocation, purchase or sale of any big ticket items like a house or a boat, something like that, and then a change in the relationship with any of their children or friends or family that may be named in their estate plan.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and if anybody has questions about that, they're free to reach out to us and schedule a complimentary consultation, and we can kind of go over, all the changes that have happened since they first prepared their estate plan or last had it updated to see if now's the right time to update it.
Okay. And then I understand there's unique circumstances for the residents here at Laguna Woods.
There can be. So often, when someone prepares a trust, they'll transfer title of their property into the trust to make sure that it avoids probate. And for many people, doing so is simple as just preparing a new deed, a trust transfer deed to transfer title from their name individually to their name as trustee of their trust. But sometimes there are situations such as a timeshare or if someone has issued a membership certificate to a co-op, like they have here in Laguna Woods, it's still fairly easy to do, but it just requires a little bit more coordination with the entity issuing the certificate or the membership into the co-op or like a timeshare. And we're happy to do that and to assist and to work with Laguna Woods to make sure that we do everything we can to make either transfer the title into the trust or come up with the best solution if that's not possible.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Well, thank you for being here. I know basically what would you say to anyone if they were having any last doubts, like I need to do this, I've been putting it off, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that it's essential to plan for the future, and the costs and time associated by planning now pale in comparison to what happens if you don't do that, because the costs are going to be way higher going through probate most likely, and it's just going to tie up assets and kind of frustrate your heirs.
Well, thank you so much for that, and thank you for being here today and such great advice.
Yeah. Thanks, Bobby.
If you're interested in getting help with LS Carlson Law, please contact them. They're located nearby here in Aliso Viejo. You can give them a call at 949-421-3030 or check them out on their website at lscarlsonlaw.com. Stay with us. We have more This Day coming up right after this.